Did you know that right now your body might be biochemically forbidden from burning belly fat? There is a silent signal that your liver is sending to your brain every single second of the day. It acts like a biological master lock on your fat cells, and until you learn how to turn that switch off, no amount of cardio or obsessive calorie counting will ever flatten your stomach. The billion-dollar weight loss industry refuses to tell you this brutal truth because they want you blindly dependent on their temporary fixes. But the horrifying truth is that your stubborn belly fat is not just a result of eating too much or moving too little. Science reveals a completely different story about a toxic trap that is silently destroying your metabolism from the inside out. Welcome. Today I am going to show you how to reset your internal ecosystem and awaken a biological miracle that forces your body to melt this fat away. Your body is not a simple calculator where you subtract calories and automatically lose weight. In other words, it is a highly sophisticated chemical laboratory that prioritizes your survival over aesthetics. The reason your belly fat feels absolutely impossible to lose is that it is not just passive blubber. It is an active, living endocrine organ. This visceral fat secretes its own hormones and inflammatory signals, creating a physiological barrier that keeps you trapped in a relentless cycle of fat storage. Imagine your internal detox pathways, specifically your liver and your lymphatic system, as the ultimate cleanup machine for your blood. When these filters become sluggish and clogged with modern chemical additives, your body panics. It goes into a severe defensive mode. It literally starts hoarding toxins and locking them deep inside your fat cells to protect your vital organs from a fatal neurotoxin overload. This is the hidden trap. You are not just carrying excess weight, you are carrying trapped metabolic garbage. But it does not stop there. To truly heal at the root, we must address the master lock of your metabolism, which is the hormone insulin. As long as your insulin levels remain elevated from hidden sugars and processed carbohydrates, your body is biochemically forbidden from accessing stored fat for energy. It is a strict biochemical reaction. You could run on a treadmill for hours, but if your insulin is high, your fat cells will refuse to open. Here is the craziest part. When your cells are constantly swimming in a sea of inflammatory oils and liquid sugars, your mitochondria, the energy powerhouses of your cells, begin to drown and shut down. This is why you feel a crushing, constant fatigue and brain fog, even after a full night of sleep. Your metabolism is paralyzed, and your waistline continues to expand because your cellular engines are broken. You are running on fumes while carrying around an absolute surplus of locked energy around your midsection. Let us look closely at the molecular biology of this crisis. Clinical research shows that when your liver is congested, it cannot efficiently process lipids or filter out the metabolic waste. This condition, often completely hidden and painless, acts as a silent killer. It forces your blood chemistry into a state of chronic chaos. You might be eating what you think is a perfectly clean diet, blindly following the advice of fitness influencers, but your internal environment is actively resisting you. The brutal truth is that you cannot force a toxic body to be thin. Your body will fight you every single step of the way because, to your nervous system, holding on to that fat is a matter of life and death. Now, imagine if you could flip a switch and initiate a massive cellular reset. Science calls this process autophagy. Autophagy is your body's innate, gold standard mechanism for cleaning out damaged cells and recycling cellular waste. When you trigger the precise biological mechanism of autophagy, you are essentially commanding your body to break into those stubborn fat stores, tear down the toxic lipid structures, and use them as fuel. By optimizing your liver function through specific organic micronutrients, you can activate what scientists call phase 2 detoxification enzymes. These enzymes are the biological miracle you have been waiting for. They literally dismantle the structural integrity of your stubborn fat cells at a molecular level, allowing the trapped toxins to be safely neutralized and flushed out of your system. This is not some temporary placebo effect or a trendy detox juice. This is hard, undeniable biochemical science. But here is the most insane part. You might not even be the one controlling your cravings right now. The billion-dollar food industry knows this, but they refuse to tell you that your gut microbiome actually dictates your metabolic reality. If you have the wrong balance of bacteria in your digestive tract, these microscopic organisms will literally hack your neural pathways. They send urgent chemical signals through your nervous system, forcing you to eat sugar simply to keep themselves alive. You are not weak or undisciplined. You are being manipulated by bad actors inside your own biology. A true internal detox addresses this flora directly, replacing the toxic strains with beneficial bacteria that help you break down fat and drastically reduce systemic inflammation. Yet, the conspiracy against your health runs even deeper when we look at your lymphatic system. Unlike your blood, which has a heart to constantly pump it, your lymphatic fluid relies entirely on your physical movement and deep cellular hydration to flush out the waste products of fat metabolism. If your lymph is stagnant, your body becomes a swamp of dead cells and trapped metabolic garbage. You will feel puffy, chronically bloated, and your body will stubbornly hold on to water weight that masquerades as solid fat. By focusing on specific physical movements and optimal mineral hydration, you can stimulate the drainage of these toxins. You will see a visible, measurable difference in your midsection when this biological cleanup crew is finally allowed to do its job. And we cannot ignore the catastrophic impact of a process called glycation. Think about the way your body handles an overload of processed glucose. When there is too much sugar in your bloodstream, it violently attaches to your proteins and lipids, causing a biochemical reaction that is basically the rusting of your internal organs. This internal rusting slows down every single physiological function in your body. It makes fat loss nearly impossible because your cells are coated in this sticky, dysfunctional layer. The ultimate goal of this hidden detox protocol is clearing out these glycated end products to fully restore your insulin sensitivity. Once you reverse this cellular rusting, even when you do consume carbohydrates, your body will know exactly how to burn them for immediate fuel, instead of trapping them as visceral fat. Furthermore, your liver holds another massive secret that directly controls your metabolic rate. It is the exact location where your body converts the inactive thyroid hormone known as T4 into the active T3 hormone. This active T3 is the undisputed primary driver of your basal metabolic rate. If your liver is congested with fatty deposits and environmental toxins, your thyroid function will plummet, even if your actual thyroid gland is perfectly healthy. This is why millions of people suffer from the symptoms of a painfully slow metabolism, yet their clinical blood tests come back entirely normal. The medical establishment is looking at the wrong organ. By executing a true liver reset, you are indirectly forcing your thyroid to wake up, significantly increasing the number of calories your body burns while you are just sitting still or deeply sleeping. Speaking of sleeping, the quality of your rest is the ultimate metabolic signal that can either accelerate this fat loss miracle or shut it down completely. During the deepest phases of sleep, your brain flushes out neurotoxins and your body releases growth hormone, which is a potent, natural fat burner. High levels of cortisol from daily stress and sleep deprivation act as a direct command to your body to store every single calorie you consume right around your belly button. This is an ancient survival mechanism. You could eat a flawless diet, but if you are chronically stressed or staring at blue light late at night, your belly fat will stay exactly where it is. We must lower the toxic stress burden on both the body and the mind to allow the metabolic furnace to finally reignite. In conclusion, you must understand that the environment you create inside your body dictates your absolute physical reality. You cannot bully or starve a toxic body into being thin. But when you clean up the internal environment, the fat has absolutely no logical reason to stay. it simply becomes a redundant source of energy that your miraculous body is more than happy to discard. Are you going to continue feeding the toxic cycle? Or are you ready to activate your internal cleanup machine today? If you found this breakdown of biological truths valuable, please subscribe to the channel right now. By joining our community, you are taking back control of your health and supporting real logic-based science over industry myths. Stay healthy and start your true transformation today.